guys. Alright, so I have forgotten to film this series the last 3 weeks, so we're just gonna go rapid fire throughout the day. I'm in this outfit. I'm gonna be changing into a different outfit later, and then I'll probably film one tomorrow morning. So you are gonna get some variation in outfits. But okay, so today is 10 roommate tips. So if you don't know, I just got out of a really bad roommate situation to move in with Morgan, and we've had probably one of the best, definitely top two roommate relationships that I have ever had. It's been absolutely amazing. It's been so much fun. But there have been some tips that I've learned recently. So here are 10 of them. 1, communication. Always communicate with your roommate. Let them know when you're feeling like something isn't going right, when you feel like something needs to be changed, and just really be honest with them. Especially if you're in a dorm, this is really, really important because it's a tight space. If something's messy and it's bothering the hell out of you, you're not going to be writing that paper. So you really need to be honest if something is bothering you with your roommate in that situation. As for me, like, it was really bad in the kitchen, and I ended up eating fast food for 3 months straight because I couldn't eat my kitchen. So that's the first one. The second one is set expectations. So, like, if you're expecting the kitchen to always be clean or dishes to not pile up, set those right away. The third one is make rules. Make rules regarding space, make rules regarding visitors, make rules regarding cleanliness. That's a huge thing because then you can go back to the rules and say, well, you aren't following this. Like, I really don't appreciate that. 3, 4, have a meal with your roommate. Like, if you actually want to know your roommate and you want to have a decent relationship with them, make time to have a meal once a week. This is really important because meal time is kind of a common ground where everyone is kind of chilling, and it's a great time to get to know everyone. That was 4. 5, set a chore chart so that everyone knows what's going on and everything is clear. 6, be flexible. If your roommate has 5 papers due that week, realize the chores aren't going to get done and offer to help them out. Really be understanding. Don't be totally lenient, like, oh, you're like partying, so you don't have to do your chores. No, but if there's a like valid reason, be flexible with that and let them know that you're okay with that. Maybe trade chores so that they get some easier chores that week. That was 6. 7, don't be afraid to go to housing. Never be afraid to go to your RA, your CA, your housing department if there are real issues coming up. Last year, I didn't go to my RA or my CA when I had issues with my roommate, and it was absolutely horrible. And then when I did go, they were actually rather helpful and were surprised that I had not gone to see them earlier. 7, 8, get a relationship with your RA, especially your freshman year. Your RA is there to help you. They do want to make sure that you're safe. They do want to make sure that you're okay. They're very afraid of homesickness with freshmen, so don't be afraid to go ask. They're really sweet. They're honestly very nice. And they really are just there to help. That's their job. That's why they're getting paid or getting free rooming. That was 7, 8, clean out the fridge. Like, that sounds really weird, but especially if you have a mini fridge or there's like 4 people sharing one fridge, make sure that you clean it out because that can just relieve a lot of tension. 8, 9, bring treats. Like, offer to share your care packages if you get some. If you go home for a weekend, like, bring back some food and say that they can have some. Just being able to share food and share stuff in general is really helpful when dealing with roommates because it does sort of create a, okay, we're on a common ground sort of thing. So it is just kind of a nice thing to do. It doesn't have to be anything big. Whenever I went home last year for the first semester, I would get Brie a little box of chocolates. That was like $5. My parents didn't really care, so they would reimburse me. But that is something really simple, really easy, and especially if you know that your roommate is falling on some hard times and might not be able to eat or something, that's really important. 10, just enjoy it. Living in a dorm, living in an apartment is insane. It's hard. It's frustrating, but it is the only time in your life where you will have to deal with this, and it is kind of amazing. Like, it's hard to deal with, it's annoying, it can be frustrating, but at the end of the day, you will really appreciate it when you move into your own apartment, when you move into an apartment from a dorm room, that you lived there, because it teaches you skills, it teaches you to clean out the fridge, it teaches you to clean up after yourself, it teaches you so much, and it just amazes me how many skills I learned from living in a dorm that are able to so easily translate to living in an apartment and getting along with people. So yeah, those are my 10 roommate tips. I'm sorry Morgan isn't here. She'll probably be in the one later today that I upload about buffet tips, unless I film that right now. But yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Have a lovely rest of your day. Comment down below if you have any topics that you want me to talk about in this series. Morgan and I are thinking about actually extending it into the school year, so as things pop up for you guys, like, you can let us know and we can talk about them a little bit. And yeah, I hope that you guys are having a wonderful rest of your day, and bye.